All right. Hey, Robert. Hey, I am here at Cisco Live, and I've got all the experts on UCS right here. So here is Long right here,
Hi.
who has been helping me out with your question. So the team has a handful of suggestions to make sure you don't get tripped up. Number one is, are you going from 8 gig fiber channel to 8 gig fiber channel, or are you going up in speeds when you move up to the 6400 fabrics? So Long has that. So there is actually a different hard coding. In what'd you say the old one was ABBY or something like that?
ARBFF.
ARBFF. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, who was?
His name is Robert Clouston for the city of Norman, who's you're helping out.
So, if you're going to stay on 8 gig fiber channel as you move from the 6248s to the 6454s. With the 6248s, we only supported the ARBFF fiber channel fill pattern, where with the architecture of the 6454 FI, that only supports the idle fill pattern. And so knowing that you've got some sort of MDS or Nexus device upstream because there's a SAN port channel, so we need to make sure that the upstream is configured to properly negotiate. So we know right now the FC switch side is going to be on ARBFF because of the requirements on the 6248s. So once you've switched over to the 6454, you need to make sure that the upstream FC switch is also changed to idle. But again, this is only in the instance that you are sticking with 8 gig fiber channel. If you're switching to 16 or 32 gig fiber channel, because those auto negotiate in a different way, you don't need to concern yourself with that.
All right. So that was trip up number one. And then here's, the guide on migrating up.
So we've got a guide, and we'll get that to you, that addresses the full set of steps to migrate, to physically swap out the hardware. So one of the important steps is unconfiguring the ports. To address what your original question had been, how the 6200 architecture has the FC ports at the tail end of the FI, whereas the 6454s have it at the front. That's where step 4 of unconfiguring the unified ports comes into play, so that after you've done that physical hardware swap, now you can reconfigure the ports in a way that the ASIC on the 6454 understands properly.
Okay. And do we just disable as opposed to unconfiguring the ports?
Yeah.
What do we say?
Yeah, no, we unconfigure the ports, not just disable it, because otherwise it fails.
There you go. So watch that one. All right.
What's the best way to do this? Just maybe create, I don't know if we need to create anything on the board, or just send. So do you happen to have
The WebEx Teams?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. Yeah.
We could actually just ping this doc to him directly.
Okay, and we will do that. I will do that. We'll send the doc directly with the migration guide on the back. You'll get that direct. But just those two things to watch out for. If you're sticking from 8, if you're going from 8 to 8, make sure you change that hard coding. And basic, you have to unconfigure all the ports on your 6200s. Do one fabric at a time. Do the A side, unconfigure them all, plug in the new ones, and then redo your port mappings. You can't use obviously say one for one port mappings. You'll have to move it somewhere else. And then get that up, and then do the same on the B side. So, any other commands, or is that basically the best practice right there in a nutshell?
Yep, that's it.
All right. Hey, thanks, Robert. Take care. See you back in Norman.